Well, isn't this a long time? Hello everybody and welcome back to the Embracing the Vision channel, and I hope you're ready for season 3, which gets underway in a matter of, I think, two and a half weeks time. Yeah, it's been a slow summer, definitely put in that way, but this is my my season preview. How do I think, or what are my aims for this season? Ultimately, I'm quite excited. I'm optimistic as well. We'll get on to the ins and the outs with Gateshead. There will be a follow-up video on them very shortly, probably just before pre-season gets underway. My pre-season lineup is fully finalised. It's currently there. It's sat on my laptop. I'm happy with it. It could be a bit better, but I've done my best. Obviously, I don't enjoy pre-season as much as I know some people do, but it's something that gets me out of the house and gets me enjoying it. And as always, I like to travel around. There was promises as well. I did promise certain clubs that I would be there in pre-season. Sorry, one of them. Unfortunately, I can't. I'll see them at another ground, but I won't see them at their ground. So I hope they don't come at me. But yeah, my pre-season lineup then. So the Embracing the Vision channel kicks off on Tuesday, the 1st of July. So the opening day of pre-season, I made sure to get a game on the opening day of pre-season this year, as we did start at Stockton last year. No, against Stockton last year. And that was the day of, I think, England's Euro quarter-final with Switzerland. So it was an early kick-off. But this time it is a 7:30 kick-off. Pre-season for the channel gets underway as Northern League Division 1 Crooktown, under brand new management, take on a team who were absolutely lovely to me last season when I visited them, and that is Willington. First of all, congratulations to Willington. They're back in the Wearside League Premier Division following their promotion. Absolutely buzzing for them. And this could be a great start of pre-season. Crook, seen them twice last year, and both games I thought they were excellent. The Northallerton game, for one, they were superb in. Not so much the West Auckland game, but they still grinded out the result very well. And Crook had a smashing season last year, not far away from the playoffs, a great run in the Vars. Can't forget that, a fantastic run in the FA Vars for Crook. And it's a lovely ground. It's a really, really, really lovely ground for the level they're at as well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to kicking pre-season off there. Second up, on Friday the 4th of July, it is a return to Bolton, as Bolton take on Newcastle Blue Star. So Bolton, last season then, they were struggling. They did survive, had a very good end of the season, did Bolton. Blue Star, obviously, we've seen them lose in that playoff final to Blythe Town. Yet on paper, they probably should have won the game. They were so much more dominant, but that's playoff football for you. So yeah, that should be a good one. I'm not really expecting much for that, but the culprit, Mr. Luke and Oscar, should be accompanying me for that one, and hopefully Mr. P will be there as well. Saturday the 5th, new ground number 1 for this season. Finally, I tick off Brandon United as they host Eschwinen, and as everybody knows, I have a severe soft spot for Eschwinen in Northern League Division 2. Don't honestly know why, but I do. Brandon United, obviously now going into their second consecutive season in the Wearside League, and this is one that, when it very first got announced, it was probably one of the very first friendlies I seen, I immediately penciled it in. So it's all really I've got to say for that one. That should be a good one. Tuesday the 8th, the Heed return. I'm expecting a very, very, very challenging, tough, grimy season for Gateshead this year. But we've defied the odds before. We could do it again. But pre-season for the Heed kicks off at the Hebburn Sports and Social Ground as we play Hebburn Town. As we know, we played them last season in pre-season. I think we've actually played them every year. Last season we won 7-1. Don't think it's going to be anything near that this season. So that should be good. Hebburn, it's such a lovely setup, and you can go for a great chat with people. I'm hoping to get some interviews with various players and managers across pre-season before the campaign begins. Wednesday the 9th, this is one that I've literally just added in today, and that is Silksworth Colliery Welfare at home to Easington Colliery. Now, I promised the lads at Easington that I would be back in pre-season, and that promise has been fulfilled, and I'll see them at Silksworth. However, it won't be at Silksworth, it will be at Sunderland West End's Ford Quarry. Now, as a lot of people know, I do not like Hubs. I really didn't like when Chester United played there last season. I don't like that Sunderland West End play there now, but there's nothing really we can do about it. The Northern League allow it, so I've unfortunately got to allow it as well. But I'll obviously be going there to support the Colliers. Saturday the 12th. Now, Gateshead do play this day. We play Sunderland at 12:30. But I've took the choice to miss this one purely because I don't really want to spend a substantial amount of money on 2 friendlies within the space of 4 days. If you understand why, you'll get that. And we'll get on to Gateshead more in just a little bit. So Saturday the 12th then, it will be the return to Sam Smith's Park. We were there in March, and we'll be back again in July as Newcastle Benfield host Scottish Lowland League Berwick Rangers. A very interesting friendly, but a friendly that I'm very much looking forward to. Berwick, I've seen once in my lifetime before, and they got twamped 5-0 by Cowdenbeath. I think it was back in 2013. Me and my uncle went up just for a day trip, went to the match, and I was supporting Cowdenbeath in the Berwick end. Little me. Jesus. But yeah, that should be a really good one. Tuesday the 15th is the Gateshead home friendly that I'm doing this season, and that is against League One Doncaster Rovers. So yeah, I'm very much looking forward to that one. Obviously, Doncaster just won League Two, so they'll be optimistic and be wanting to push on again this season. And it'll be a good test, for Gateshead going into a really tough season. Friday the 18th, we return back to Moore Park. Chester Street Town host Birtley Town in what both teams would describe as the Morrison's Derby. Last season it was at Birtley. This season it's at Chester, which I'm quite glad about because I can go. So yeah, as always with Chester, a new management as well. Steve Bowie, Steve Stewart have left the club. I wish them all the best, and they did an absolute masterclass of a job, and I'm very proud of them. 2 absolute legends, and I'll forever thank them for everything they did for me at the club in the last 2 seasons. But we welcome Lee to the club as well, as he looks to kick off the reign. Is this the year Chester finally maybe get promotion or playoffs? I really do hope so. Birtley, they had a really tough season last year in Northern League Division 1, and I do think they can push on for playoffs maybe, and possibly could be a top 5 team to watch. That's a video coming up in the next couple of weeks for you, so stay tuned for that. Saturday the 19th, new tick again in pre-season, and we're off to Gateway Park finally for Blythe Town against Gateshead in pre-season. So when this got announced, I was like, oh, we've drawn the bigger team in Blythe. Obviously, Blythe Town, Blythe Spartans will be a fixture for this upcoming season. Absolute madness that we've gone and got Blythe Town over Blythe Spartans in pre-season. When a couple of seasons ago, Chester Town were playing Blythe Town. It's amazing what football can do. Then we take a week off and return on Saturday the 26th of July with Dunstan against Gateshead. And yeah, we were at Dunstan a couple of months ago for that playoff semi-final win against Emley. And that should be a good friendly. Always is when we go to Dunstan. Lovely setup. And I hope this is the year actually they can gain promotion. July the 29th, on the Tuesday, the penultimate game of pre-season for me is National League North Spennymoor Town against Gateshead. So, yeah, another one for the away day. And then the final pre-season friendly is against Darlington for Gateshead. So, that is pre-season. I'm not going to make any more tweaks. That is now my confirmed list. I'm happy with it. Hopefully there's some good games in it. I'll definitely be able to talk to quite a few people in and around grounds and stuff. So that should be good. I'm really looking forward to it. Going into the season though. So what are my aims for Gateshead this year? So all home games. I'm hoping to get a season ticket this year. I seriously don't know why I didn't last year. But this year, hopefully, I'm aiming to get one, so I should be at every home game this season. That includes, hopefully, Boxing Day or New Year, every Easter, every Good Friday, all games, trophy games and FA Cup games. The only games I'll not be attending to at the stadium will be the National League Cup. Tried it last season, didn't like it, don't like it now, won't go to it again. Purely because it's just a waste of shit and time. Hopefully, quite a few away games, so ones I can definitely confirm that I'll definitely do straight away are Hartlepool and York. Probably the most easiest ones. Out of them, Carlisle as well is also one I hope to do. Morecambe I would like to do. Scunthorpe if it's not a Tuesday night. But I do want to reiterate, and I will reiterate this as well, if people think that I don't go to away games. I am still in education. I go into my final year of education for now anyway, which is level 5 tourism and events management. So technically is my final education year unless I decide to move on, which the plans are to move on in the near future. But in the next year, anything could happen and my head could switch back to my original route. So yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting. All finals I would like to do again, just like this season. Both playoff finals I really did enjoy, even though we had some honky games. A lot of 0-0s at the end of this past season, which wasn't great. Another aim is to finally get to Northumberland. I was gutted that I didn't go to Rothbury because it was a 5-3 game. I mean, I just had to miss a corker, didn't I? But I will hopefully have a special piece coming out on Rothbury this season, and I'm hopefully going to get in contact with a few people at the club and give me a little bit more of index about Northumberland's probably most isolated side in football, if you don't count Wallington. And the other aim for this season is 10 new ticks. Now, I've already worked out most ones that I need to do. That's the Tyne Valley region. So that's Prudhoe, Wrighton. That takes us already up to 2. Quite a few more. AFC Newbiggin is one I hope to get to. That's hopefully what I want to aim for my first game of the Northern League season. I really hope that is the following Saturday where there's no football on at all, or midweek that I can get back from. Because unfortunately, remember, I don't drive yet. If I did, I'd be at so many more games. But I've got a plan. I've got to take into initiation as well. And I've got to also realise that I could have lectures for uni the following day. So as much as I want to do more games, I kind of can't at the current moment in time, if you get what I mean. But honestly, I think this should be a really smashing July, a really smashing season. Like I said, I'm looking forward to it, but it could all depend on everything. So that is it for this one. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you don't miss another upload going into this season. Another aim. Bit of an unusual one. This doesn't come from me very often, but we started last season, people, on 146 subscribers, and that might not be a lot to a lot of people. We're now currently sat on 220. Now that's mad, considering in the space of 9-10 months that we've grew that much. And like I say, we're just a little channel. We're growing as the day goes by, and honestly, I couldn't be more thankful for the support from clubs, from content creators, from my friends, from my family, and everything like that. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. And yeah, let's get on to this season. And yeah, it's going to be a blinder. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. And I'll see you quite soon for another talking video. And it might be about Gateshead when we get the manager appointment. It also could be about Florian Wirtz. Catch us in a bit, guys. Thanks for watching.